Hi guys, welcome to Razon.com. This is Mohit Soni and we finally have the all new Nissan Magnite with us. This is going to be a first look preview and I can tell you what I have been told and what by Nissan, and it's going to be a lot of information, but the critical information, which is the specs and the pricing, which will all follow later. So it's going to be a first detailed look, and as always begin with the design. And since the lights are on, as you can see, this gets a dynamic turn indicator, full LED lights. That's the halogen part. This is the other barrel. This is the long DRL, which is making a very imposing look. That's the fog lamp, which is LED as well. This is the top of the line variant. So I think this is the first time you're getting all LED lights in a top end subcompact SUV. What you can see here is a very nice Datsun inspired grille, but the premium quotient is much more higher. And since, as you can see, the number plate is below, so it's not messing with the grille, it's giving it an absolute clean look. And what is also becoming much better is this new Nissan logo. It looks fantastic. It's fitted here really well, and it does give this car a very modern new look that we are seeing with the cars in this category. But Nissan has done its own job to make it look very, very impressive. There is this skid plate here as well, which looks very impressive. It gives it that SUV look. That's the side profile of the car. I love the way how this car looks on the side. It's got the right proportion of metal to glass. Both of them are big enough to give you that substantial look and feel. This is the multi color version, so you get black roof, silver roof rails, and you get this rugged design feature here, which is running. This is the cladding running all the way, and Nissan tells us that this cladding has been specifically designed in with the car, so there is no rough edges here anywhere. The cladding has been made in such a way that it is integrated into part of the body, so it's not going to come out, and it's not clipped or glued, it's stuck in together. So that will make sure that it does not come out after a couple of years and then it starts rusting and things like that that are associated with that. It's a permanent part of the car since the early manufacturing of this car. Now let me just give you a walk around of this car. Very impressive looking alloy wheels here. They look very they are diamond cut. They look very futuristic to me. They may pass off as a steel wheel, but no, they are not. They are obviously 16-inch alloy wheels. They are going to be standard throughout the variants. So if there are, let's say, 14 or 12 variants, even the base variant is going to get this one, probably with a different design, but it's going to stay the same as it is for every variant. This is the rear profile of the car. I think this is where it creates a much better looking SUV than most of its rival. This is now a very crowded segment, but with this boxy design at the back, which is not in a bad way, but the boxy design, the huge LED lamps here make this vehicle stand out. It's going to be noticed. It has that presence that you require from an SUV, which we don't see in sub 4 meters SUV, but you can see that here. The new Nissan logo, again, I like it. It looks very impressive. The Magnite badging, and this is the boot release. Reversing camera, 2 lights here is very impressive, and that is the 336 liter boot space. Now that may sound less, but then I can see this is as much better than the Hyundai Venue, and since the Hyundai Venue and the Kia Sonet are similar, this aces the practicality test here. It may not be 390 liters, but it's much more practical layout, allows you to keep similar or maybe more amount of stuff here. I see the vertical opening and the width gives you a lot of space to keep 3 or 4 big bags here for that airport run. I think this is a fantastic job because they've got the seat room in the rear also really right. Let me show you that immediately. So the reason why I was saying the boot is really well done is because the rear seat here is also being really well done. Let me sit inside and show you that there are AC vents and a 12 volt socket below. Sorry, there is no lighting in the studio environment, but very good knee room, very good leg room, ample headroom, and there is enough shoulder room here for 3 normal size adults to sit in comfort. This is one of the widest cabins in its class. Obviously the major rivals such as Hyundai and Kia do not ace that, but the Nissan Magnite here has made sure that the width in this segment is segment best, and it translates into a lot of space. And with the kind of boot space that is on offer, this makes this car extremely practical. I'm going to show you by sitting here that there is enough gap between me and the driver. I feel like I'm sitting in a much bigger car because of the width, because of the dashboard layout. It looks very airy. The glass area is pretty impressive. You've got these very old school door locks here, and yeah, let's get into the driver's seat. You can see there are turn indicators here as well. The doors are nice and quite accommodating. So it's telling me that the boot is open. Want to switch off these buttons. These are very similar to the Renault Driver. So is this center console below. You've got a fast charger here. You've got stuff to be kept here in these cup can holders, and this is the armrest. Apparently it doesn't open. There are no height adjustable seat belts, but this is the dashboard, looking really impressive. I can show you there's a film here which can be changed to make this interior look very different. The switch gear also looks very different than other Nissan cars. Let's start the car. Yep, those are the AC controls. As you can see, they take a bit of time to start, and all the displays here itself. So this makes this very cool to look, very cool to operate. You've got these buttons here as well to lock, and for the rear defogger, and like I said, features. There are a lot of features. You can access them via this button here. That's the economy mode you're going to see. That is the trip meter, which is only one, and that is the TPMS that you're getting. I think this is segment first. Along with you are getting dimming control, and what you're getting here is a 360-degree parking camera. If you press this button again, you will get the side view. So this is just like the Kicks. You're getting a 360-degree camera, which is clearly helps you in parking really well. You've got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I think that is segment first, which is Nissan has done a terrific job in getting that right. This large screen here also looks very impressive. It has come off other Renault Nissan products, but it's bigger in size, and as always it works really well. The smooth touch, the immediate responses make this a very useful touchscreen to have. Lot of stuff to be kept here and here. The sound system is going to be a part of a tech pack where you will get, I can't tell you right now what company of speakers would they be, but they are very high definition speakers, which will make the sound quality very impressive. You also get a wireless charger in, and yeah, this is the all black interior that you're getting. There's apparently no beige and black right now, but there's a lot of Nissan is telling us, are giving us hints that it's going to be an extremely customizable car. So Nissan has done a lot of job in getting a lot of things right. Let me open the boot and show you again. As you can see here, it's gone black here as well. So to make sure that it doesn't look, they could have ended the red, they could have painted it red as well, but it's black here. So to make sure that it gives you that premium look, that attention to detail that this car has is very impressive. Along with that, it's going to be feature loaded. It's going to be customizable. This color here, this panel particularly here, can be changed with a different color to give you that entire true dual tone color scheme effect. And yeah, this is the car. So the engines, what we are being told is that there is going to be a turbo engine on the top end and the middle variant, is what I assume. You are going to get a 1 liter naturally aspirated motor as well in the base variants, to make sure that it's priced aggressively and to meet the customer demand, where somebody would still like a naturally aspirated engine over the turbo motor. Turbo motors will be for people who are enthusiastic about driving, need that extra horsepower on a daily basis for their highway journeys, should make around 100 or 90 PS of power. That's still sketchy right now, we don't have the details, but it's going to come with a CVT that has a overdrive gear, and it's going to come with a 5 or 6 speed manual gearbox. Currently I think this is one of the best looking compact SUVs in the market right now. It's got the width, it's got the height, it's got a perfect stance, it's got a very impressive stance for a compact SUV. It does look like it can finally challenge the Mahindra XUV300 when it comes to stance, because every other SUV is very short on wheelbase, on height, on everything. This meets that criteria really well. It does look like an SUV because Nissan makes one of the best SUVs in the world, and they've put all their power, manpower into this to making sure that it looks just right in every way. The front design, very impressive, very clean, excellent looking with all those lights. It's going to be priced, let's assume, around 6.5 lakhs, going all the way till 9-10 lakhs. Obviously we'll bring you a launch video, we'll bring you a drive video, so stay tuned, stay subscribed to our channel, and thank you so much for watching. Still have some comments, put it in the comment section below, like this video, share this video, follow us on social media, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.